In the wake of persistent calls for entrepreneurship, many people have been warming up to the idea, particularly young people who continue to grapple with unemployment. However, the calls for entrepreneurship majorly focuses on urban areas maligning the rural ones. It is for this reason that emphasis is beginning to be placed on grassroots entrepreneurship.
One thing it is very important, with the key focus on a number of things. First, we have the agendas that lies within a country. We also have the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs, and key focus, and of course the Vision 2030. Those programs or those agendas have been set, informed by the bigger picture of the country's progress or the global progress in a specific span of years. So when we are focusing on growing such startups in reference to such goals, the focus should be growing the economy or growing the country or to a social transformation in a specific direction. It is very important to focus on those small aspects that are growing within the grassroots, because those are the key things that are solving specific problems, say water shortage, say climate change, say energy, solutions reference to unemployment, which is a big challenge in Kenya.
While emphasis is being placed on grassroots entrepreneurship, a lot needs to be done to equip those that take up the challenge to ensure that their ventures get to celebrate their third birthdays and survive beyond the fifth.
Need some sort of, safety net as a society. Right now, if you have, one healthcare, situation in your family, all the funds go there. So whatever funds would have gone into building a business, it disappears. So I think we need to fix that also as a country. And this could be to the government, to other individuals, seeing how we can fix that. And as one of the gentlemen said, we need, a bigger angel investing network that can actually support, someone coming from Bomed, someone coming from Turkana with an idea and be able to support them. We need more people thinking that I can actually develop something that will help other people and that will be able to scale across the world. Because one of the other challenges that we see while we're working with entrepreneurs is that a lot of people think of a very small market, that their market is their neighborhood or the country, but people need to be thinking about their market being, the whole of Africa, going to Asia, going to Latin America, and think that big in terms of customers and look for something that all those customers would be able to use. And that is what can help us support entrepreneurs.
However, grassroots enterprises have also had a role to play in their stunted growth. This is due to some of the mistakes they make during the inception of the business throughout its growth and development process.
A lot of people, when they leave campus or when they quit a job and then they don't have an alternative way of earning a livelihood, they turn into entrepreneurship. That is survival entrepreneurship. It's not based on any passion, it's not based on any opportunity that we've seen in the market, it's not based on any validated need that is out there. So, and that is a mistake a lot of people are making, because entrepreneurship is panning out as such a luxury word to so many people, and everybody wants to be associated with it. But the problem is, problems are not being solved. They're not building validated solutions. They're not building scalable solutions. And then third and most important for me is research. If you do not have your data from research, then how are you building a solution for who, for what exactly? And a lot of times I see entrepreneurs, develop solutions, then they just stay in the house. Actually, you need to get out of the building and talk to people. Talk to people in the market, talk to your friends, ask them, if I was to build this solution, would you find it valuable? And if you find it valuable, how much are you willing to pay for it? And if you're willing to pay for it, will you refer somebody else to still use it? So lack of research is the reason why 8 out of 10 startups are always going to fail.
With Kenya still at the infancy stage of grassroots entrepreneurship, and countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and China being way ahead, they need to help us answer the question, what is paramount for young startups to grow?
For them to survive past the third year birth mark, which is kind of the biggest failure happens before 3 years, there's two key things. The first one is, don't forget always to focus on a problem. rather than a solution. Because at the end of the day, if you know really well what your problem is, your solution might change. The business that you decide to start might be different than the business that's going to succeed, but you'll pivot in the direction that you need to be able to solve the problem that you're trying to solve. So the first thing is, don't get too attached to one idea, get attached to a problem, and then look at ways in which that problem can be solved. And that will enable you to become flexible enough to be able to start that company and make it succeed. The second thing is, I think it's very important to, when you start a company, to not think that you know everything, and to always seek out new knowledge. I think the best entrepreneurs are the ones that, and the ones that succeed, are the ones that actually keep learning more and understand that now I don't know how to do accounting, so I'm going to learn how to do accounting. Now I don't know how to run a team, so I'm going to learn how to run a team. They don't take it for granted that just because they had the idea, that's the foundation of everything. Because no, the idea is probably the easiest part. The hardest part is the implementation, the growth, the working with people, the delegating, all of those other skill sets. And so it's important to spend a lot of time not just working on the idea, but working about the idea, the things around it, and growing yourself to be able to continue growing that idea and growing that company.
According to statistics, only 10 out of 100 ideas survive to see the light of day and survive beyond their 5th birthday. It is the hope of the Grassroots Entrepreneurship Summit that through their discussions and networking sessions, the narrative of grassroots entrepreneurship will change for the better.